Well, there you have it. Looks like we will see no stimulus relief before the election. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Millennial Conservative YouTube channel here. If you guys like my videos and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to subscribe and also hit the like button below. According to the Epic Times here, we have an article talking about Trump ordering a halt to the stimulus negotiations. Now, immediately after Trump ordered this halt to the stimulus negotiations, the left was apoplectic like usual, saying that now nobody will receive any sort of help, amidst this COVID pandemic that seems to be spiking now around the country, and it's all Trump's fault. But they don't realize why exactly Trump put a halt to the stimulus negotiations. It says here, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is not negotiating in good faith, President Donald Trump said Tuesday. As he revealed, he ordered his representatives to cut off stimulus negotiations with her. The White House and Democrats have been negotiating for months to try and reach a compromise on a fresh stimulus bill. So these negotiations have been going on now for months. The previous stimulus relief was exhausted back in, I believe it was July, maybe August. I'm pretty sure it was July when the last stimulus package ran out. And since then, the Democrats have been trying relentlessly to jam as much crap as they can into the next stimulus relief bill. So the package here, according to Epic Times, the package is for $2.4 trillion, and Trump's team refuted that and came back with a smaller package. It says here, quote, "We made a very generous offer of $1.6 trillion, and as usual, she is not negotiating in good faith. I'm rejecting their request and looking to the future of our country. I've instructed my representatives to stop negotiating until after the election, when immediately after I win, we will pass a major stimulus bill that will focus on hardworking Americans and small businesses," he said. And that's exactly the point. What the Democrats are going for here is bailing out the states that already drove their local economies into the ground prior to the COVID pandemic. They're looking to bail out states like the one I live in New Jersey. They want to bail out New York. They want to bail out California. They want to bail out likely Washington State and Oregon as well. All these states, especially in the West Coast, in Washington and Oregon, where they have millions upon millions of dollars that they need because they let the Antifa terrorists burn down large portions of many of their cities. So Pelosi said in response that walking away from negotiations, quote, "demonstrates that President Trump is unwilling to crush the virus as is required by the HEROES Act." So because Trump decided that he's not going to push forward with these negotiations, he is as a result not willing to crush the virus, which is absolutely ridiculous. So the House last week passed a $2.2 trillion stimulus bill, an updated version of the HEROES Act, but the White House signaled it was opposed to the legislation. It says here the bill included $436 billion for 1 year's worth of assistance to state, local, territorial, and tribal governments. Why do we need to take the money from the federal government and give it to the states? Why can't we do like they did the last time and disperse it directly to the people? Don't funnel it through the states, because you funnel it through the states and then the states are going to, piss away half of it to special causes and all the other nonsense they like to piss it away to. Give the money directly to the American people, directly to the businesses that are hurting. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany accused Pelosi of not being serious. Quote, "If she becomes serious, then we can have a discussion here," McEnany told reporters in Washington. "But when you lower your offer $2.2 trillion and you ask for direct payments to illegal immigrants and you ask for certain deportation forgiveness in your offer, it's not a serious offer. What we are talking about here is relief for the American people, for the American citizens, and not direct payments for illegal immigrants." And there you have it. They want to use this stimulus package to serve their constituents and bail out failed Democrat shithole states. Congressional Republicans also criticized the bill. Quote, this bill recycles the same socialist wish list that was offered in the HEROES Act, which the House Republicans overwhelmingly rejected, House Republican Whip Steve Scalise wrote in a memo to other Republicans before last week. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows said that Trump won't sign the legislation that approaches a $2 trillion threshold. And that's the thing, too. They're tossing around trillions of dollars like it's like a $10 bill in your back pocket. I think people fail to realize that what we're talking about here is an astronomical amount of money. And it's like it's no big deal now. It's literally like it's no big deal. I believe it was back in, what was it, 2008? They had a $700 billion bailout. And we thought that was a huge deal. Now they're talking about trillions of dollars here, just to try to conceptualize just how much money that is. The first stimulus package, the $2.2 trillion CARES Act, was passed by Congress and signed into law in March. Smaller packages centering around extra funding for the Paycheck Protection Program and the U.S. Postal Service has since passed and been signed by Trump. So Trump is working to provide stimulus any way he can. He's just not willing to give in to the Democrat socialist wish list that we're seeing here right now. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Please feel free to share out my video here. And again, please feel free to subscribe and hit the like button below. Thank you guys for tuning in.